12 years after the U.S. pulled troops out of Iraq, and now America ponders its next move after reports of that massacre that you just heard about at the hands of the insurgents and the fall of at least 2 cities. Ebru's Schmoyer is live in the studio now to talk about the details of what's happening there and what it means to Washington. Kyle.
Yeah, you know, a lot of talking back and forth, especially on the Sunday shows. People on many different pages when it comes to what should be done in Iraq. What we do know is this. We heard late today from a White House official that President Obama has a fundamental set of options on Iraq. We know he will meet with his national security team tonight on the issue, and while the administration has made clear no American boots on the ground, all other options remain on the table as more military assets arrive in the region. The Pentagon confirms the USS Mesa Verde, with 500 Marines on board, is now in the Persian Gulf. It joins the aircraft carrier USS George H.W. Bush, which moved into the region on Saturday. There's also the guided missile cruiser USS Philippine Sea and the guided missile destroyer USS Truxtun. The possibility remains the U.S. could use unmanned drones to help stabilize Iraq.
The one thing the administration has excelled at really is what is being called drone therapy. It is a weapon of choice of the administration. They've used it to great effect in Afghanistan and ungoverned territories and in Yemen. I would expect that they're considering right now sending drones over Iraq to help target ISIL points of control.
But President Barack Obama has signaled before any American military assistance, the Iraqi Prime Minister must get his political house in order.
Now we're asking them to play a productive role. This is a regime that doesn't want anything other than a dominant Shia Iraq. And frankly, if that's what they want, they're going to foment even a larger, more bloody civil war in Iraq.
Word came today U.S. State Department and Defense Department officials may speak with Iran on the sidelines of a nuclear summit about Iran's assistance in Iraq.
The administration is looking to Iran as part of the solution to the ISIL problem. In fact, Iran is part of the problem and will not be, I think, in any productive way part of the solution. If that's what is required, this is a lost cause. It will degenerate so quickly to a full-fledged civil war you'll have every Sunni in the country join ISIL if Iran starts making their presence known with the blessing of the Maliki administration.
And just to qualify, the White House is also saying now the U.S. will not coordinate specifically with the Iranian government. Rather, Logan, these informal talks on the sideline of the nuclear summit, just to say, hey, could there be any type of mutual help going on inside of Iraq? But right now, I don't think the administration wants to see anything formal go forward with Iran.
It's such a strange partnership, Iran and the United States partnering against Iraq. What are the politicians saying about this coupling? Anything that works, I guess, at this point?
Not all politicians, obviously. As you take a look at it right now, we have many on the Republican side asking the question, you're doing what? You're talking to whom about this, obviously? And you know, before, the Obama administration had signaled they're open to talking to people. This is a difference in foreign policy than we saw under a previous administration. So the Obama administration says we're open to talking if that can help in this situation. But, you know, we may be getting a little bit of signal. It seems like airstrikes continue to be highly on the table of options for President Obama right now, especially with all those assets moving into the Persian Gulf with the firepower that they have. Very well, we might see that soon. Maybe we hear something new tomorrow after this meeting with national security tonight.
All right, Kyle Schmoyer reporting live tonight in the studio. Thanks so much for that report.